Blizzard King. I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Well, Abby, damn, look who done come up in here.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and blood diamond.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dennis Sperling out here enjoying this brisk winter day. And, I want to talk, I'm going to get straight to the point. When we talk about delineation, when we talk about the quote-unquote diaspora wars, which I don't really like the term, because we're not dropping bombs on each other. We're not shooting at each other. We're just having an honest conversation between family members. And the thing is, this has been a long time coming. We have black people, immigrants from all across the world now living in the United States and the United Kingdom. And, to the black people who've been here, the native black Americans, foundational black Americans, the way things go in America is that race comes first. And what we can't have is people coming to the United States, putting their tribes or their nations and those sort of things first, because all that's doing is messing up what we have going on, and it's undermining our progress. You see what the Asians did with the Ivy League universities. They help overturn decades and decades of progress when it comes to, admissions. They fell for the okie doke, and now the Asians are suffering because their admission rates are down at these Ivy League universities. But here's the thing, as far as black people, this delineation, this so-called diaspora war is a good thing. And some of you are like, how can it be a good thing if we online talking bad about each other and airing out our laundry in front of everybody, in front of the world? It's a good thing because, see, for decades, we kept quiet and we tolerated even the Africans. They spoke amongst themselves, referring to black Americans as Akatas and Jarirs. Black Americans dealt with the perceived slights from Africans, from the diaspora, Caribbeans, and now we airing it all out. And as it is, the brothers and the sisters here in the United States, we are what they call delineating. And that doesn't mean we're necessarily going anywhere. We're doing the same thing the Jamaicans do. We whipping our flags out. You see? No, don't put me in the category as an African American. I'm a black American. I'm a foundational black American. I'm going to whip my flag out. But see, what that does is it strips away the cover that a lot of black Americans from all over the diaspora had. See, now you can't say, oh, well, I'm a black American. Let me get this scholarship. Or, oh, I'm a black American. You all can't call my country garbage. No, you're a Somalian. And if the president of the United States singles you out and calls you a Somalian, then you go ahead and hold that. Because, see, for decades, the Somalians, just like many of the other people from the African diaspora, were quick to delineate themselves and separate themselves from black America. Okay? And now they're getting called out for it, and you don't hear black Americans jumping up saying, oh, that's racist, even though it is racist. It's definitely racist. We're not coming to their aid. So now they have to literally deal with this battle on their own without the cover of the political influence, the knowledge, the structure that we as black Americans have set down over the past 400 years since we've been here. Literally, they were hiding underneath the protection that we provide, didn't appreciate it, now it's being stripped away. And this is a good thing. It's a good thing that they have to now deal with the unbridled force of white supremacy. So all that, those misnomers that they had about good white people, they get to see them for who they are. It was always right beneath the surface. We're talking about a group of people who have relatives who stood around and watched black men, women, and children be lynched all the way up through the 1920s, 30s, 40s and 50s. There's still people alive who stood around and watched black people be lynched as if it was some sort of football game or a social event. They would literally send postcards around each other. This is a society that the civil rights generation grew up in that raised my generation. So when people talk about, oh, slavery it ended a long time ago, slavery might have ended a long time ago, i.e. 1865 officially, but there's a direct line between that right up until what we're dealing with right now with mass incarceration, and really, if you really look at it, every time black people make progress, there's a backlash. We got out of slavery. We had 12 years of revolutionary building. We had 12 years of what they call Reconstruction, and we did great. We had congressmen, we had senators, we had mayors, we had sheriffs on the political side, we had millionaires, we had landowners, we had farmers, we had educated people, we built universities, professors, and then that presented itself as a threat to the idea of white supremacy. How can you be supreme to a group of people who, fresh out of slavery, are doing better than the most white people in the country at the time? And largely had to do with the fact that we were the builders of this country. White men didn't do work back then. White men hired black men to do work. White women didn't do work. Black women cleaned their houses and nursed their children. We did all the work, so now the builders are free to build for themselves. And so, of course, we would springboard, we would rocket past their success, and that's all that happened. And that presented itself as an affront to the lies of white supremacy, and it began to fold immediately. And so because of that, it literally made them feel bad. It literally made seeing black people succeed made white folk feel bad. And so that's what gave rise to the KKK and the Night Riders and the Red Summer of 1919, where they went around and made up reasons, lynched black people and burned all of our property, stole our property, confiscated it through illegal and quasi-legal means. And, still we rise. And so now we're in a situation where, Barack Obama having or civil rights movement, you move forward to that. All the success we made during the civil rights movement, it caused a backlash. The war on, the war on drugs was really a war on us. What's up, little man? What you doing back there? He wants to get in on this conversation. But either way, war on us, war on drugs, leading to mass incarceration. You pump drugs into, you take the jobs out of the black community. You pump drugs into the black community, and then you incarcerate the people for both selling drugs and using drugs that are not grown in the United States. Drugs that are literally pumped and brought, raised, shipped, and pumped into the black community, along with guns and everything else, so that we can unalive ourselves. That's what they did, you see? And then they wonder why, where's the black man? Because you put him in jail, you cracked out you threw drugs in the black community. That's what happened to us. And now we fast forward to Barack Obama, and you see the backlash, and whatever your politics may be, you need to understand that Donald Trump and the MAGA movement and the Tea Party movement before that was a product of the backlash of white folk having to look at Barack Obama and his wife and children for 8 years. So anytime you have black success, you get pushback. So I say all that to say this diaspora war is a good thing. It's a good thing because a lot of the Africans and the Caribbeans you don't know what we've been through to get to where we are. We are still the most successful group of black people in the world. When you compare the top 10% of black Americans to the top 10% of Africans and the top 10% of Caribbeans, black Americans blow them out the water. The average top 10% black American makes well over $100,000. Top 10, when you put the top 10% of Nigerians, they barely make between high 80s and low 100s, 100,000. Barely, like, I think it's like $102,000 on average. And then the Caribbeans are down in the 60s. Africans are the most educated group of immigrants and simultaneously the most underpaid group of immigrants. And what that tells you is that they are still dealing with the same racist system that we're dealing with. But they want to play the game and live as though they're in some mystery land. They don't know what's going on. Racism doesn't exist. Yes, it does. It's part and parcel of the American ethos. This country was founded on racism. This is how we brought together. We're going to put the whites over here. We're going to bring these black people and these brown. We're going to take this land from these brown people. And we're going to make a country out of it. This is your social status. This is what keeps us together. We're white. We're all right. Y'all black. Get back. You see? So the social fabric of this country was founded on that. But that didn't stop black Americans. And so now, being faced with overt racism, whether we're talking about ICE or these policies, you got, for so many years, oh, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. I'm not black, I'm Somalian. I'm not black, I'm Dominican. I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. Now they want to be black. The best thing for black American, African unity across the world is black people delineating and letting these folk get in the taste of it. That's making them run to us. I've never seen more people from the diaspora saying, no, we're black. No, we know they're black in their country, but I've never seen, and you'll see more of it. They reversed course. They did a 180. They went from being, oh no, Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman from Minnesota. She went from saying, I'm Somalian, I'm loyal to Somalia, to, oh, this is a black community in America. It's making a reverse course. See, look, man, it's nothing like heat. And the heat that white supremacist racism is putting on these folk is making them see clearly all of a sudden. If you want black unity, black people keep delineating. If you want black unity, foundational black Americans, indigenous black Americans, continue delineating. This is the best thing for you. Want black folk to come run to you and get under one accord? Let them keep having to deal with the onslaught of this racist system. Yes, you might have some white friends, and I'm not talking to all white people. I'm not talking to all white people. I'm not talking to all one group of people. It's some down Caribbeans, it's some down people from the continent, Africans from the continent. It's some down black folks everywhere. I'm not talking to you. This is not for you. I'm talking to the ones who insist on being divisive and speaking negatively about foundational black Americans, while over here or in their own country, you got dignitaries and African presidents who speak ill about black Americans in the United States. What business is it of yours? Why do you even care? You in a whole nother country. I don't speak ill of the people in these other countries. I don't even know them. Why would you speak ill of us? Why are we on your mind like that, other than jealousy? So anyway, family, what I'm saying is, let this continue to happen. For you people who keep saying, oh, this is divisive, you keep saying divide and conquer. No, delineation is not divide and conquer. Delineation is establishing some boundaries so that we can then re-enter into the negotiation. I know it's counterintuitive, and this conversation is not for the unsophisticated mind. So if this flies over your head, well, that just means you have a deficit somewhere in your ability to comprehend what is really happening. Step back and understand that black Americans saying, no, we're going to go ahead and do our own thing is making other folks run to us. There's an old saying, if you leave people alone, you've been running after, you leave them alone, you run from them, they'll chase you. It's unfortunate. What's up? This guy right here with the harassment. Come here. Come on over here with the harassment. This is my little guy. He's my little little stray cat. Call him Vito. Now, Vito, I'm trying to talk some business here, brother. You got to go on back to Wakanda somewhere, man, with the cat god. But if you really want to see black people unified, there has to be a reason. We can't unify on the fact that we're black. That's not good enough. There's 2 billion black people on the planet. That's not going to work. We have to unify on the fact that we have some common interests. And right now, I do believe that a lot of the black people in the black community, whatever country they're from, whatever tribe they formerly claim, whatever nation they claim, whatever language or religion they speak, are realizing that none of that matters. The only thing that matters in the United States is the color of your skin. Let me break this down to you. In the United States, race is the only thing that matters. And I say that's unfortunate. White, black, Hispanic, Arab, Native American, Asian. Don't matter what kind of Asian you are. If you're Asian, you're Asian. They don't care if you're Taiwanese or Japanese. They don't care if you're Chinese or from Singapore. You're Asian. You're in that corner. That's your corner. Same thing with black folk. But unfortunately, a lot of black people from the diaspora didn't realize that. They thought, oh, I can come over here and whip my flag out. Yeah, you know what? Having a tribe and having a nation is a convenience that you have in your country. You don't have that convenience here in the United States. In this country, you need to understand that your people's perception of you is based on your ethnicity, i.e. your color. And that's it. And so us delineating and letting them realize that up close and personal and getting the effect of how that really feels, it helps like, yeah, I guess those black Americans were right. They have, look, black folk, and I'm talking to my black American brothers and sisters, come to the front of the room. They don't know. The Africans don't know. The Caribbeans should know better because they've had to deal with racism and colonialism, etc. But they have unfortunately fallen into the trap of delineating themselves. So when you talk about divisiveness, first understand that the first people who began to divide are the Africans and the Caribbeans who came to this country. But again, I think delineation is a good thing. I think in the decades from now, I think after these folks have learned a harsh lesson, I think we'll be able to come together and unify. I look forward to unifying with my black brothers and sisters from all over the world. I embrace you as I'm not like these folk. I acknowledge that most black Americans have a mixed heritage, which includes Native American and European and some Asian, but I'm a black man, you understand, of African descent. And that's what I identify with. I certainly don't identify as an Asian or a Native American. Okay? I don't do that, clearly. I definitely don't identify as a European. And if you don't believe me, ask them. You understand? So I'm a black man. I'm a proud black. I love being black. I love being a black man. It's my best experience. I would not trade being a black man from America for anything in the world. No matter what we've had to endure, no matter what we have to go through, I would never trade being a black man for anything. And most of you black brothers and sisters, hopefully you feel that way also. You understand? Hopefully you feel the same way. I would never trade my African heritage for anything. I don't want to be anybody else but my black self. And that's cool. And I hope you all embrace that also. But yeah, these folk, these brothers and sisters of ours, they need to deal with it. And you need to let them deal with it. And we need to continue delineating. And we need to sit back and let them realize that they need to come to the table and have a conversation with us about real unity, not false unity. I'm not going to come save you now that you're getting whooped on, okay? You're getting whooped on now. You getting whooped on, and you're going to need to take that whooping, and when you get your licks together, you want to come have a conversation about what true unity is. We can talk about it politically. We can talk about respect. We can talk about finance. We can talk about all of it, because black Americans have the blueprint. We know what to do. We've done it before. I just explained to you all that we did when white folk leave us alone. Every time we push forward, they try to push us back, and we keep pushing forward. That's the dynamic between black people and white people in the United States. We do well, they get jealous, they push back. And we keep pushing, you see? We push this country forward. So, again, the divide and conquer argument does not apply to this because we were already divided. The Africans and the Jamaicans and the Caribbeans and the other Africans of the diaspora, they've already separated themselves from black Americans. They will tell you off top, I'm not one of those black Americans. So when you talk about divide and conquer, that was a conversation that should have been had 20, 30, 40 years ago when they first started coming here in droves. That's not a conversation for you should give to black Americans. We know what we're doing. This is our land. We know how this is supposed to go. They are out of pocket. They are in violation of the precedent set by our ancestors, and now they have to deal with the consequences. So again, I think delineation is a good thing. I think this separation is a good thing. I think these boundaries is a good thing. And, you'll see in several decades, things will be better. There actually will be more unity as a result of this. All right. Love you guys. Enjoy this blessed and beautiful day as I will. I'm out.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D.
People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. This black man talk, pull up homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't Pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shootin', give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you've been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you've been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you've been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you've been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey, man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.